Welcome everyone, this is Ashish. Hope you all are doing great. Guys, I have created 3 days OpenStack operational package which is totally based on live production environment. Guys, these 3 days course will ensure you 100% to get job on OpenStack Cloud. Okay, now let's explore these 3 days course together. On day 1, we will run list of OpenStack commands that will ensure you whether the OpenStack services are running perfectly or not, if there is any issue in the service status, if the services are in active state or in the running state. And we'll also run commands on OpenStack node, like we will list out the users, catalog, images, and then we will list out flavors, volume, project, key pair, security group, availability zone, network list, subnet, network, port, role, wish list, and then OpenStack server list to get it the server informations. In day 2, we will create resource of OpenStack like images, we'll create volume, we will create project, we will create flavor, we will create network, we will create subnet, then we will create role, we will create key pair, and finally we will create servers by using the above resources, right? And then after we will also show you how we can check servers using wish list, and we will connect the application or the VM using wish list. Okay, and then after I will show you alias, how you can create alias for OpenStack. And finally on day 3, which is the final day of OpenStack operation, which will help you to walk through Horizon GUI, in which I will show you how you can create image, flavor, network, subnet, security group, availability zone, key pair, server, user creation, role creation, project creation using graphical user interface. So whatever we have performed in CLI in day 2, same we will perform using Horizon dashboard, that is graphical user interface. This OpenStack course will gonna help you 100% to get a job in OpenStack Cloud. Guys, good luck and meet you in day 1 of this OpenStack series. Welcome everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Linux with Ashish. Today we will start day 1 series of OpenStack operation package. This package will complete in 3 days only. Guys, believe me, these 3 videos gonna help you to get a job in OpenStack Cloud. It doesn't matter whether you are fresher or experienced. So let's start. On day 1, we will run list of OpenStack commands that will ensure you whether the OpenStack services are running perfectly or not, if there is any issue in the service status, if the services are in active state or in the running state. And we'll also run commands on OpenStack node, like we will list out the users, catalog, images, and then we will list out flavors, volume, project, key pair, security group, availability zone, network list, subnet, network, port, role, wish list, and then OpenStack server list to get it the server informations. Guys, we are going to explore many more things in day 1 session of OpenStack. As you already know, we have used 192.168.29.50. that is our virtual machine IP, and the same IP address we have used to create the infrastructure of our OpenStack all-in-one node. Guys, we will follow exactly the same strategy what I have created for you as a package of OpenStack operation, in which we have defined day 1, day 2, day 3 as a complete package, right? So let's start. Guys, first of all, we will check what are all OpenStack services are running on Red Hat OpenStack, that is your virtual machine. So first of all, we will find out that OpenStack services are running in a proper manner or not, and what are the services are running, what are the services in active state or running state. So for that, you will have to find out whether OpenStack utilities are installed in your server or not. So for that you can run rpm-qa pipe grep OpenStack -ut utils. Okay, so when you grab this service it will come. Okay, if it will not come you have to install it. And one thing also I want to tell you, like by default it is not there. Okay, so for that you have to install it. So how you will install? For me, I have already installed it. Okay, so you can install by using yum install. Okay, and then the service name OpenStack utils -y. So this is updated for me, so it will not install, but for you it will install. Okay, once this service installed you can check by this command. Okay, the output should come like this. Okay, once you confirm the output is same and we have installed this service, then we will able to check all the OpenStack services from Red Hat OS. Always remember, Red Hat OS and your OpenStack node are different. Okay, so we have installed the OpenStack node on the CentOS. Okay, on our OS. So how we will check? We will run the first command. Remember, OpenStack -status. Okay, once you run this command OpenStack -status, it will fetch out all the detail of the OpenStack services. This is very important, so you should remember this command. Okay, and we can also check from the OpenStack node, but from the OS how you can check, I'm just no, I'm trying to tell you so that you it will be easy for you. So OpenStack Nova, the first service is Nova, which will come here, and you can see what are the sub services of Nova is in what state. Okay, so OpenStack -Nova -API in active state. Okay, disabled on boot. Oh, and then OpenStack Nova Compute is active, then OpenStack Network is inactive, and then OpenStack Scheduler is active, Conductor is active. Like this, you can see for glance as well. The second is glance. So API and registry is there. Is you I have already explained, right? All these services what it will do. Okay, like glance is for image. Now Keystone services. So Keystone OpenStack is inactive now. Horizon dashboard is in active state. If it will not in active state, you will have to make it active. Otherwise your GUI will not work. You have to do troubleshooting. So this operation is basically based on the troubleshooting, and where you can create resources, you can check resources, you can check services. Okay, and then you will see Neutron services, Neutron for networking, for Neutrons DSCP agent, Neutron server. What are the status of this? You can check from this command. Okay, and then Ceilometer, Cinder, okay, for storage, and Ceilometer and heat services for automation. We have already active, make it active, right, while installing it. So you can check over here, and heat engine is also in active state. You can do automation if it is in active state. Okay, now you can check the open vSwitch, like support services, what are there. So open vSwitch, dbus, target, rabbitmq. Okay, will generate a token, and also will see the database also. All like the services and status can be monitored from here, and memcache, and then keystone users and all you can check. So this command is very important. This will help you to get all the OpenStack services status and whether the OpenStack cluster is working in a good manner or not. Now we'll use the second command, that is systemctl. Okay, and then we will check the status of what any OpenStack service you can take. So I will take like OpenStack -Nova, and the first service you see when you scroll up, you will see the service. When I run this command, so systemctl, there is a spelling mistake. We'll make it correct now. System okay, this systemctl. You can check now. the services is in active state and running, okay, and you can check the time as well. So it's like 1 hour 19 minutes ago the service was in running state. In operation it will show you like long back when it's installed, right, or when someone restart the services it will show that time. But for me I have just before 1 hour I have opened this virtual machine, so it is showing me for that interval of time. Okay, now you can also check other services, like if you want to restart the services you can use restart. Okay, restart, it will restart the service. Like that you can do troubleshooting. You can do this only when it is in a stop state. If it is not in the stop state, you don't have to run this command. Okay, now if you can again check the service, it will show you running before 3 seconds. Okay, this is how you can start the services as per your requirement. Suppose you want to find out another service, let's say OpenStack hyphen status, you will run and you will get all the services. So for example, I want to check OpenStack Cinder API service. Okay, then what I will do is I will write this command same systemctl status and will paste the service name here, and will show you the status of the Cinder API service. Okay, and you can see the last status. It is active since 1 hour 25 minutes ago. Okay, you can check out the time as well, and you can check out the tree of these services as well. Okay, you can check any of the services based on your issues, right? Now I will show you another command, OpenStack hyphen service. Okay, and then status of that service you can check via systemctl. You can check also using OpenStack hyphen service status, and then the name of your service, maybe glance or anything. Okay, glance, then it will show you the glance status. Okay, that is in active state, and PID process ID is this. Okay, main PID, you can get it from here. So in the same way you can check Nova as well. You can enter here the service name and you will see this is active or not, and what are the service ID which is there when it was in active state. So you can get it the process ID as well from here. Like that you can get anything. Let me show you, like if you want, like here in glance you want to check some specific column, something like which is you want to like filter out active only from these lines. So what you will do is you can use column. Okay, hyphen t, then pipe, and you can grab whatever you want, like I want active to see, enter, and you will it will show you like this is active and the color will change. Okay, now this is how you can check from your Red Hat OS from your virtual machine directly. Now we will check through OpenStack node, what all services, image, flavor, everything. We will go in a deep now. Guys, this video is going to be very important. We are going to cover each and everything. So let's go to OpenStack node, all-in-one node. So first of all, you do ll. Okay, we'll find keystone rc file. Okay, this file will help you to source your OpenStack node, and this file having the information like you can see for here, keystone rc and then admin. So this file having your OS password, your username, your IP address of that particular cluster or horizon, you can say, where you can log in your horizon dashboard. So this file is very important. You will have to store this file. Okay, then only you can access your OpenStack node. This is very important. Suppose someone asks, hey, you don't have to use admin as a user. You will have to create one test user with this password, maybe XYZ, and then only you have to use any of the project. So what you will do, you will have to copy this file. You make a copy of this file and change the username as the test and the password given for that test user, and then source that particular file. Okay, then you will able to use that user for any of the project. Okay, Now from for here, what we will do, we will source what keystone underscore admin. Okay, this is the file. So we will source this file and then we will able to use our OpenStack node. Now see, this will change like this. Okay, this will be added as this one. Now clear screen and run a command OpenStack. First of all, I will see user list. Okay, what are the user available for your OpenStack node? And see, the OpenStack user list command will not run on your Red Hat operating system until you will source the keystone RC file or any RC file. Okay, so these are the available users: admin, demo, glance, Cinder, Nova, placement, Neutron. So these are having different type of task has to do by these users. Okay, so like glance will be responsible for the images, Cinder for storage, Nova for compute, Neutron for networking, Swift for storage, Centimeter for your payment related things. What are the uses you have done? Like that, we will use another command OpenStack. Okay, then another we can use catalog list. It will show you the catalog of that OpenStack with the IP addresses. Okay, which is mapped with some ports, reason and all. And this is for all the services which is there. Okay, above in the user list, where they are mapped with which IP. Okay, so this is basically used if this will not work, this will not be here, then your GUI will not work and your token will not be released. Okay, so you must have to check this for proper functioning. And then you can check OpenStack image list. And guys, in day 2 we will create image, flavor, network, everything, and by using these uh, services we will create our server. Okay, so we can check from for now we have only one image, that is Ceros, and which is in active state. Okay, in the same way, if you want to show this particular image, you can use OpenStack image show and name of the image, that is Ceros. Okay, or you can use the ID as well. If you enter this, it will show you what are there in the image. Okay, you can check the image is publicly visible to all, it is shared to everyone. What is the owner ID, name of the image, where it is kept. Okay, with the size of image, status, if there is any tag, like someone has tagged this image I will use for this project, you can tag it. And what are the okay container type is there. Okay, and the disk format is QCOW2, support QCOW2 image. Okay, the OpenStack generally supports QCOW2 image. Okay, when it is created, on the date is there, and like that you can check all these information. Okay, now we will check another one. So we have checked the user, catalog, image. Now you can also delete the image. So for that you can use instead of show you can use delete. Right now I'm deleting it, but you can delete it. Okay, in the day 2 we can I will create one image and delete and show you everything. Today is only to showcase the cloud services. Okay, so what are the services and how you can check it and what you can do here. Okay, now we will check flavor. So OpenStack flavor list. Flavor list. So what are the flavors available? The flavor, the resource, like in RAM, CPU, and disk. Guys, OpenStack flavor list will show you the type of flavor available for your cluster, which you can use any of the flavor for your server. Okay, you can create your server using this flavor, and also you can create your own flavor as per your requirement, as per your server requirement. So first you can see as example like m1.t, the name of the flavor, 512 byte the size of that, RAM, disk is 1 GB, and thermal external storage is 0, nothing is there, and vCPU is 1. Okay, we don't have any slash and something. So the internal disk is only taken here, so 1. M1 small like 2048, like it's 2 GB RAM, 2048 byte, and 20 disk. M1 medium 4096 and 40 disk, 2 core CPU, 8192. Again, it's 8 GB of RAM, 8 MB of RAM, 80 disk, then it's 16, and like that. It's all are given like this is a large flavor. And you can also create no 16 GB of RAM, 32 GB of RAM as per your requirement, as per the server requirement, as the VNF requirement, as per the application requirement. You can create your flavors. Okay, and if you want to see this flavor, you can also run OpenStack flavor show and name of the flavor. Okay, you can use any of the flavor name and enter. It will give you the description of this flavor. Okay, so you can check here. It will give you the description of this flavor, like OS flavor disabled, it's false, access protected IDs, and then disk, and what are the RAM. We can RSTX factor 1, swap, and vCPU. Okay, what are the meaning of these? I can explain you later on. Maybe you can ask questions, I will explain these. Okay, for now this is the only to check out the what are the services and what are the things are available in the services that we will see today in this lecture. Okay, now after that we will check volume. So OpenStack volume list. Okay, it will show you what are the storage available and what storage you have created, so that particular volume will be used for your OS. Right now there is no any volume, so no worries. We will create this value in day 2 and we'll use it for our server. Okay, and now after that we will check project list. So you can use OpenStack project list. So see, we have 3 projects available. The first is admin, second is service, and third is demo. Okay. So guys, this project is basically linked with the users. Okay, where that user can use this project for any organization, for any related task. Like for operation there is another project, for sales there will be any other like project running for that particular organization. Project in OpenStack is basically used to create each set of instances network where you want to keep your project separate. So you can create your application instances separately by using the project names. Okay, now after that we will see key pairs. OpenStack key pair list. So here key pair is test hyphen key. Okay, which is created by me uh, like some day back, and default key pair also you can see somewhere in the operation or in any of the company, right? And you can create your own key pair. Through this you can log in into any of the VMs. Okay, now you can also use OpenStack uh, key pair show, I guess, and use the test hyphen key. So it will give you the detailed information of this key pair. Okay, and after that we will check security group. Security group is also very important in OpenStack. If you do OpenStack security group list, you will check what are the port are enabled, disabled. You can also enable the ports where you want. No, so you want to access any of the services using any of the port, you can create your own security group. If you want to bypass all IPv6, IPv4, you can create your own security group. You want to set some protocols like SSH, FTP, and Telnet, that you can do it from here as well. Okay, you can define by your own. Like if I show you show any of the ID. If you write default, it will not give you the exact answer, because from default it's created a 3 ID, and this is for the 3 project, okay, which is created, and you can say this is for the 3 user. Now you can see here what are the rules are defined for this security group, okay. So the rules are given here. You can check, you can check the ingress as well, ingress for this particular group, and you can also check the services as well. Somewhere it is written what are the services are enabled, okay, what the protocol is enabled. You can modify as per your requirement what security group you want for any type of application. Now we will see what are the availability zone list are available in OpenStack. So you will run OpenStack availability zone list, okay. If it is not there, you can create your own availability zone for putting your VMs, okay. You can separate out your virtual machine, your computes based on this availability zone. So if you have 10 computes and some are SRAV, some are OVS, some are plain, you can keep as per the availability zone, so that you will be easily identify those computes, and you can put your VM inside it. You can launch your VMs as per the availability zone. Now we will see network list. What are the network available on your cluster? So you can use OpenStack network list. It will help you to get the network information, what are the public and private network available, and if you want to show what are the IP addresses and all are given in this network, or what are the information is there, you can always use OpenStack network show, and the name of network is public, so you can check public and private, okay. and and it will give you all the information about the network, what are the network router is there or not, and which type of router is configured, external or not, like internal, external, and the network is publicly shared or not, and what are the status of that network for Nova, and your project information, okay, your name of network, your provider network is type like flat is given, and port security enabled or not, what are your MTU size, that is 1500 is given here, and same you can use, and by using this network you can create your server, and this network will give you the IP address based on the subnet which is used by it. So the subnet is, you can check out the subnet as well. So for checking out the subnet, you can directly go through here as well, OpenStack subnet show, for that particular network you can get the subnet, or you can use OpenStack subnet list. You will see the subnet, and the ID will be similar, will exactly same for the public one, okay. Public, you will, if you check the IDs is same, okay. So if you want to show this network like OpenStack subnet, okay, OpenStack subnet show, you can use this command and enter. It will show you now what is the range of IP address given for this particular subnet, where your server will take, and what are the available allocation of the pools are also given. So pool, you can see 172.24.4.2 172.24.4.254. so this much of server you can create. So how much you can create? One for your broadcast, one for your gateway, leave two from here, like 250, yeah, approx 250 server you can create, and the CIDR is /24. See, so you can create a lot of servers from this using this public network, okay. So how you will create the server, how it will give the IP address, how we log in on that particular application, so these we will see in day 2, okay. And IP version, everything is given. The gateway is also given, 172.24.4.1, through which the traffic will go out, okay. And it will give it to your virtual machine. Name of the subnet is public underscore subnet, and network ID is this, okay. and segment is this net pool none service type and all updated in this the time scale. Okay, so similarly you can check your subnet and network using this command, and this is very important for any of the application, right? Before, if you don't have network, you don't have correct network, you not created a correct network, then your application will not work. Okay, so this is very very important component of OpenStack. You should know these commands, they are very very important. Okay, in terms of getting jobs, you can say, in terms of cluster deployment, or in terms of knowledge operations. If someone will ask you these questions, you should know this, and this is very basic one. If you go for any interview, they will ask this question for sure. Okay, and another very important command you'll have to know is OpenStack port list. You should know your port. Okay, so what are the available ports are there? Okay, which will link to your virtual machine. So you use OpenStack port list. It will show you all the active and inactive ports. Okay, so see, this port is down for the subnet, so only one port is active. Okay, you can later on you can check it for this is for the public one. Okay, 170.24, so this is active, this is also active, this is for the subnet one. So these two port you can use, that is an active phase, and you can also make the others port as a active. Okay, so and this is very important because your VM will directly link with this port, and it will be up only, it will, your traffic will flow once it is up and it's linked with the port. Okay, now how you will check the servers, what are the instances are there, what are the application are running on the cluster, how many applications are running. For that you will use OpenStack server list. So this command will help you to get server information. So right now only server, that is server 2 is used, but the status is in off state. Someone has created the server, but it is in off state, and it used a flavor m1.tiny. If you want to check the server like OpenStack server show, you can use the server name as server -2, right? And it will show you all the information of the server, what are the image, what are the flavor, what all the security group, and what are the other information, all you can check it, like key pairs, everything you will get it from here. So what you will see here is check the host is all in one, instance name is this, the status is shutdown state. Okay, it is stopped, it is launched at this time. Okay, public IP what is used is 172.24.4.111, and this IP you can use to access this VM. What are the flavor which is given, that is tiny.1, created at this time, host ID, network, and everything you will get it from here. Okay, so all information you can get it from here. Okay, so you can also make it up. Okay, I don't know the status of the server, but you can use this command to make it up and use this. So don't worry, we'll create a server in the day 2, and we'll show you uh, how you can create your instances, create your servers. Okay, now you can say the status is active. Okay, and the IP is this one. You can ping this one 172.24.4.1. It is pinging or not. So this will not ping because the external IP is not connected with it. So guys, this is all about OpenStack operation, where we have seen all OpenStack component in briefly manner. You can troubleshoot now. You will get some confidence when you go through by your own. So this is all about day 1. I will also tell you in the next video how you can make alias for OpenStack. Like you can use, instead of OpenStack, you can use OS. Okay, so like you can use OS, that is the alias of OpenStack, and image list, it will show you the image. So we'll cover everything Day 2, we'll create image, we'll create flavor, we can create network, subnet, and then security group, key pair, and we'll create server. Okay, so thanks for watching the video. Take care. Bye bye. Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Linux with Ashish. Today I come up with second day of OpenStack operational package. We will discuss and create almost all OpenStack resources and launch application on cloud infrastructure of OpenStack. Guys, watch this video till end because you're gonna feel like you are working on a live setup. So let's start. Guys, today is the second day of operational package of OpenStack. This is basically implementation of OpenStack, where we are going to cover project, where we'll create project, we will create user, then we will create role and assign role to the user, and then we will create our own RC file instead of admin RC file, and then we will create key pairs, then we will create images, then we will create flavor, then we will create network, then we will create subnet, then we will create security group, and then we will create our own application, that is the instances or the server, you can say, in OpenStack, on which application will run. And then we will create one volume and attach this volume to the server. And after that, I will also cover worst concept, where you can connect to your server using OS list, and this will help you to list out all the application running on the compute, and you can connect using Verse console. Okay, here we will create alias of OpenStack, and this is all about day 2 of OpenStack operational package. So let's move to the CLI and we will implement all these concepts and see how we can create it. Guys, before creating OpenStack resource, let me brief you. Suppose you have joined a cloud organization where your cloud administrator asks you that a requirement came from a client that you have to create OpenStack resources under a new project, and the name of that project will be infra, and the user will be who is creating the resource, right? So user you can create as per the information, like here I will create the user with my name Ashish, and we will create our own RC file. And your cloud administrator has strictly prohibited you to use admin user, admin project, admin RC file. You don't have to touch them. You have to create your own new project with the requirement, and the project name will be infra, and you have to create all the OpenStack resources including instances under the project. Okay, so how we will create all these resources today we are going to see here. Okay, so at the very first time while creating project, we have to source keystone admin file. Okay, and then we will not use this admin file, we'll use our own RC file. Okay, so let's start. Search the RC file. So this is called keystone underscore admin. So source this file. Okay, enter. Now we will create a project. Okay, so how you will create the project? The command will be OpenStack project create, and then name of the project will be infra. Okay, so once you enter, you will get the project. Okay, so the project is created with the name infra. And one more thing, you don't have to remember command in OpenStack. It is very easy. If you write OpenStack project, it will give a lot of options what to do, right? So like project create, project delete, project list, project set, project show. You can use all these, okay, options. Now the project is created. Now what I will do, I will create one user and link with this project. So I will use, first of all, clear the screen, OpenStack Okay, then user create, and you will have to create user with a password. I will use okay, root at the rate 123. You can create a password as per the requirement. Okay, project requirement. The password will be given to you. And project what we are using is infra, right? Infra. The project name will be infra. Okay, and then the user which you want to create, I will create for Ashish. Now it will create a user Ashish with the password root at the rate 123, and it will link with the project. Now we will give admin privilege to this user. Okay, so we'll use command OpenStack. Okay, then we'll add a role add, and for the user Ashish. Okay, and project will be infra, and what role you want to give it, you can give. So role will be admin. Okay, so right now the role is given to the user Ashish, and the role is admin. Okay, you can also check created user and project with the command OpenStack user list. Okay, you can see the username Ashish, and you can also use command OpenStack project list, and you will see the project name infra is there. Okay, with this ID. So this is all about how you can create project, and how you can create user, and how you can assign role to that particular user. Now what we will do, we will create our own RC file instead of keystone underscore admin, and we'll use that RC file. So I will copy the file first of all, cp hyphen, you can do cp hyphen rp, and the current file is located under root keystone rc and admin, and then we will create our own file. You can take any name. I am just taking ashish.rc. Okay, ashish rc. Okay, so it will copy the same keystone rc underscore admin to ashish rc. Now we'll have to change some value, the password which we have created, and the user. You can also, no, you can also set this using set command, or you can use vim, simply vim ashish. Okay, and then rc, and change some value. So what value will have to change it? So if you see, instead of user admin, we will write our own user Ashish. Okay, Ashish, the user which we have created, and password which we have given to this user, that is Ashish123, and then here we will change it from keystone RC to Ashish RC. Okay, now we'll change the project name from admin to infra, and we'll create all the resources under this project. Okay, and now we'll save this file. So our RC file is ready. Okay, so again we will source our own RC now, Ashish. Okay, RC. This you can see the keystone underscore admin change to Ashish RC, and you will have to validate it first. Okay, before using, like you can run any command OpenStack image list. If it will give the image list, then it is working, otherwise you'll have to check it. Okay, so it is working, you get the response, right? Now we will use with this Ashish RC. Okay, and we will create all the resources from here. Okay, and so the next target which we are going to create in the OpenStack operation is key pair. Okay, so we will create a key pair. We'll use OpenStack key pair. Okay, and we'll create one key pair with the name test hyphen key. Okay, and then we will save this to slash root. Okay, and then slash test hyphen key. dot am. Okay, and also we will change the permission of this file to chmod 600, and then the name of the file will be test key dot am. Okay, and enter. So our key pair will be created and saved in /root. You can check it ls-lrth, and your key pair is created with the size 1.7k. Okay, you can also see the content of the key, and here this is your private key. Okay, this will help you to log in into the application without password, so you don't have to enter password. You only have to use this key and you will able to enter into the login page of that application, which we will create for the project infra for any of the application, right? You'll have to use this key. We'll see in later when we create the server. Okay, and then our next task is to create image. So before creating the image, let me show you which image we will take. So this is the image which I have downloaded for using it in OpenStack, and the extension will be QCow2. Remember this, right? You can download from internet this image. Okay, and we will load this image into OpenStack. Okay, so glance is the component which is responsible for loading these images and creating the repositories of these images. Okay, now we'll see how we can create image. OpenStack image create. Okay, and then we will write the name of the image. So I'm just you can use any name. If a requirement is clear that you will have to specify this image only, then you can enter. Otherwise you can take image by your own. So I'm taking CentOS 7 because the image is CentOS 7, and where this image is kept you should remember. So you will have to enter this. But first of all, let me show you what is the format of image. The format will be this hyphen format will be QCow2. Okay, and QCow2. Okay, this is the format of the image, and we are using as a container. So container hyphen format will be bare. That is the bare metal type. Okay, format will be bare. Okay, and then which file you are going to use, where your image is, you will have to specify that is the image. Okay, so CentOS 7 QCow2. So name is given, and I want this image to be able, this image where anyone can see this image. So we'll have to make it public so that everyone can see this image. So we'll have to make it public. Okay, and enter. So it will create one image with the name CentOS. Okay, and the image will be publicly shown by other users. Okay, now if you see OpenStack image list, you'll be able to get this image. Earlier this Cyrus was there, and now CentOS, and the status is active. Okay, the image is created. So many of you got confused, like this is the very long command, how you will remember. So don't worry about that. Only write OpenStack image create. It will give you plenty of options. You will have to use this. Okay, container format and all this format, everything like public, and then you can use by following these options. Okay, now after creating the image, what we will do is, and you can also show the image if you want, right? So if I use OpenStack image show, and the name of the image is CentOS 7 view, enter, you will get the image. Okay, now the image is created. You can see the image. Okay, the status and what is the format QCow2, where it is been taken out, and all ID of that image, property, everything you can see from here. Okay, now we will create one flavor. So how you will create a flavor? This is also very simple. OpenStack flavor create, and then you will have to specify a resource, right? So flavor will be RAM, CPU, and disk. Okay, so RAM I want it to be 2 MB only. Okay, and vCPU what I want to use is 2 core, and a disk I want to use for this image is 10 GB. Okay, and receive transfer factor I want is like RxTX hyphen factor, a will be 2, and flavor I want this flavor name, so I want this flavor as 2 RAM, 2 core, and 10 vCPU. So if you write in this format, that is means that you have used 2 GB of 2 MB of RAM, 2 core of vCPU, and 10 disk. Okay, enter. That will create a flavor and it will give you the flavor information. Okay, so disk you can see here, RAM you can see here, and your RSTX factor and vCPU is 2, right? So the flavor is created. Now once you create your server, you need not to define RAM, vCPU, and disk. Okay, so this, if you use this flavor, it will automatically pick up the resource like RAM, CPU, and disk. It will understand, okay, he is using this flavor, that means he want to create a RAM with 2 MB of RAM and 2 core of vCPU and 10 GB of disk. Okay, hope this clear to you guys. Now if you want to if you want to show with the command, you can also use OpenStack flavor list first of all to list out all the flavor which is available. Okay, now you can see the flavor which we have created and the flavor which already is created by during the installation. Okay, now if you want to show this flavor, you want to see the all the content what are there in the flavor, you can use OpenStack, okay, flavor show and name of that flavor. So what we have created right now, we can use this. Okay, it will give you all the information. Okay, name, and then again your kilobytes 2048, that is 2 MB, and then 2 core and 10 disk. Okay, now your image created, your flavor created, your key pair is created. Now we will create one network and then we will create one subnet. So how you will create a network? Say OpenStack network create, and you will have to enter one name of the network. So I can use any of the name, and you can use the name if it is given during the client discussion, like this will be my network, you'll have to create by this network, then you'll have to create that name. Okay, so by default I'm taking this name. You can create with any name, right? So I have created. If you want to see it, you can see, okay, all the values. Okay, and when it is created, what is the ID of this network, which project it is been created by. Okay, you can see this is created by project dot domain. The project dot domain name is default, we have created under default. Project name is infra, and the region is region 1. Okay, zone you can see it, MTU also, and provider network will be Geneva, and physical network is not given a none. Project ID is given. Okay, and the external router is which your routing will be done through the internal one. So this is the internal network actually, and the status is active. You can see it. Okay, and if you want to check all the network, you can use simply OpenStack network list. Okay, once you write this command, you will see, okay, public for the external routing, Ashish for the internal, and there is one private. Okay, now we will create a subnet under this. So how you will create a subnet? Again, the subnet will be given by your client. Okay, this subnet I'm going to use, you can use this, I'm going to use for the cloud, so you can use the subnet. Now for the example, I'm taking my own subnet, so I can use here OpenStack to create the subnet. OpenStack subnet create. Okay, and then I will take the range of the subnet hyphen range. Again, if you enter here, you will get the options, so don't worry much about this. Okay, I'm taking 192.168.29.0/10 24. Okay, this will be my subnet range where I will get the IP DSCP DSCP hyphen node DEP. Okay, and also I don't want gateway will be none. And then for which network you are going to create the subnet, so you will have to enter the name of the network. It is Ashish underscore int and the name of subnet, so you can write Ashish underscore int underscore subnet, so sub. Okay, and enter. It will create a subnet for you. Okay, so subnet is created. If you scroll up, you will get the range over here. Okay, so from the beginning I will show you. So here we have run this command, and you can see the allocation pool. It is from 192.168.29.1. You can use from 1 to 192.168.29.254. Okay, and the CIDR value that will be /24 and created at the time is given. Okay, and at what time is created, what is the ID of this network. DSCP is false, which I have created this one DSCP, and the gateway is none, so it will not give the gateway by itself. So you can, if you want, you can statically give it all the values for the subnet. Okay, while creating the server. And again, the cloud project name and then username, domain name, everything will be given here. And the project ID will be this and updated at that time. If you want to take the check the subnet, okay, subnet list, the OpenStack subnet list, you will get it. Okay, and you can also see the content and what are there in this subnet which we have created. So this is the subnet ID and this one is the network ID. Okay, the network which is created like Ashish underscore int. Okay, so if you want to show this one, so if you want OpenStack, so OpenStack subnet. Okay, OpenStack subnet show, and the ID of that subnet or the name of the subnet you can get. Okay, the name. So now we have created subnet network. Now I will create a security group. Okay, so we will use the security group so that you can enable any port, disable any port, any TCP UDP session. For that you want only for traffic for this port like 2280. I want for like for whole port ranging from 1 to 65,535. Okay, I want to open like any port, so you will have to create one security group, or you want to disable someone who don't want to enable in traffic for the particular port. You can do it from the security group. So now we'll see it how we can create it. OpenStack security group, and the name of that security group you want to create. So I want to create it. The name will be, okay, use my name, Lee underscore tech underscore group. Okay, this is the name, Ashish underscore sec underscore group, that security group for this. Okay, so I have created one security group. The group is created, and if you want to know, the rule is always already given it. Okay, IB4, IB6, every rule is given. Now suppose I want to create I want to create a rule for some port from protocol. So how I can create that, I will show you here. OpenStack. Okay, then I want security group to add some rule. Okay, so I will write security group rule, and I want to create some rule. Okay, so create. You can also write ingress or egress over here, it is up to you. And then the protocol what I want is TCP. Okay, and then for example I want for the destination TST, I want TST hyphen port. I want to enable this port here, port 22, to this security group, Ashish underscore sec underscore group. Okay, this is the name of the security group. So I have created a rule for the port 22. Now it will be enabled for port 22. Okay, you can check it, the port range is 22. So if you want to create more rule over here as per your organization, and if your system administrator or your client want this port should be enabled only, so you can create by your own. Okay, suppose someone asks you to, hey, I want to create rule for port 80 as well. I want the traffic for port 80. I want the traffic for port 443 for your communication on HTTPS. I want a communication on HTTP. Then you have to open port 80. I want a communication on port 443. For you will have to use, and 443 you can also enable. Okay. So whatever the port they will ask you to enable, you can enable from here. And someone asks, okay, I want ICMP ping response, I want also to enable this, then how you will do it? So the same thing will be here. Instead of port, you can do, okay, TCP source protocol. Okay, and in the place of protocol in the TCP, you can write ICMP protocol. Okay, and then you want know for ether type IPv4 or IPv6, you can write. Okay, ether type will be, I want for IPv6, so you can write over here IPv6. Okay, so it will be enabled for IPv6. ICMP will be enabled for IPv6 IP. Okay, and again you want for IPv4, same thing, you can enable for IPv4 as well. So guys, this is very important at the point of security. So suppose someone asks you, okay, I want whole port to be enabled, then let me show you that also. Okay, you can go till here. If he asks you to enable for TCP and enable for UDP as well, so what you will do, you will see what destination port he want, DST-port. Okay, and you want entire port, so you can say 1:65 and then 535, I guess. Okay, this is for ECP, and again you can do it for UDP as well. So again, only change this protocol. I want for TCP and UDP for all the port ranging from 1 to this. Okay, so UDP also it is enabled. Now if you want to see the list of security group, you can use OpenStack security group list. Okay, it will show you all the security created for this cloud. So this security group I have created by my own with the project infra. Okay, for my own servers. So if you want to check all the rules and everything, then you will have to run show command, OpenStack security group. Okay, show and the name of the security group, enter, and it will give you all the information, right? What port is enabled. Like, see, if I have enabled for port 80, the traffic will come from any other any other source with the port 80. It will go, and it will also enable for IPv6 as well. So the ingress, the direction will be, and also you can see UDP is enabled for the port and for all the remote IPs. Okay, and also you can check for IPv4. Here you can check, okay, direction and all is given for IPv6, what protocol should be enabled, and where the traffic will come via this port. Okay, see all the information and the port rules you can see for 443 protocol will be TCP. Okay, so ICMP ping will also be enabled, and you have enabled everything, I guess. So from port 1 to 65532. Okay, now we have created our security group, we have created our subnet, we have created our network. Now I will show you how to create server. Everything has done from our side. Now we will create a server and show you how we can create server, and that is the final task for any of the client. Like, he want to create their application that should run on top of the cloud. So this is the main requirement where you will have to create application for the use, for their use. That could be a telco application, that could be your IT application, that could be anything, right? So this is very important. See how you can create our server using these concepts. Okay, so we will create server now. Just clear the screen. Okay, so it will be visual for you. I'm using now this command. It's a very important command, guys. So let me show you. OpenStack server create. Okay, and first of all, to create the server, we required image. Okay, like CentOS, RHEL, whatever image you want to create, you can give it. So here we have created CentOS 7. Okay, so the CentOS 7 image which I have given, and flavor. Okay, flavor. Also, we have created one flavor. If you remember, flavor underscore 2 core to RAM and 10 disk. Okay, then we can use a public network here. So the traffic will be routable, it will be accessible, and we will use the key name. So key name we have created, I guess, test hyphen key. Okay, test hyphen key. So you should have to check all these things. And availability zone. Okay, let me copy these because I don't know the availability zone. So let's copy it and check what is the availability zone. Okay, OpenStack availability zone. Okay, and then list. So availability zone, what availability zone will do? So suppose your availability zone is created. Okay, and you have multiple compute in the cluster for a large telecommunication or for your large telco operations. So you have multiple availability zone where you kept number of compute under this zone, that is internal, and some compute under this NOVA. Suppose you have different type of compute like SRIV, OVS, DPDK, or simple, okay, application. So you can divide this zone so that it will be easy to figure it out where is your application, okay, is created and which zone it has been created. So it will not be mix up. Okay, it will be separate for you. So first of all, we can take any of the computes. The compute name, your availability zone will be NOVA. Okay, so we'll give NOVA over here. And before the creating the server, you'll have to do like OpenStack image list so that you will get the image name. Okay, and then you will have to write over OpenStack flavor. Whatever the requirement to create server, you will have to list it out. Okay, so you will remember everything while creating the command. Okay, so network, you can check network list. Okay, and you can also do key pair list. So all this information will be with you. Okay, and you can use your command. Now we'll use the above one. Okay, OpenStack server create. Till here I will copy, and when you are, suppose you are new for this and you don't have, you do not remember all these things, right? You're not able to recall all these information, so you can list it out before using this command. So for me, I have remembered because I've just created, so I know like what are the image, what are the flavor, what are the key pair name, okay, what are the availability zone name. So you can do like this and use this as a pointer. Like whatever the component which is required to create a server, that you will have to remember. That's it. Okay, now availability zone hyphen zone. So what is the availability zone? You can see up, that was NOVA. Okay, so I will use that availability zone here. Okay, while creating the server. So that availability zone for me is NOVA. Okay, because the NOVA is available that time. And what are the security group you have created? So security hyphen group will be Ashish underscore sec underscore group, I guess. Okay, this is the name which I have created. Okay, and name of the server, suppose I want to create with the name Ashish underscore server 1. Okay. So these information will require to create one application. If you want to create 10 application through this command, you will have to write -max and then 10. It will create 10 application for you at the same time. But here I don't have much resource. Once I once I hit enter, our OpenStack cloud will start deploying the server. Enter and our server will start deploying. Okay, it will take some time, but after that you will check the status. So status is currently in build phase. You can list out the server with the command OpenStack server list. Okay, hit enter. It will show all the server which is created. So for this you can see the server is created with this project infra, okay, by using Ashish RC file, and now the server is created and in active state. You can see the ID of the server, name of the server, and status is in active state. Okay, this took less than 1 minute to create the server. Okay, and the IP which is assigned to this server is 172.24.4.110, and the name of the image is CentOS 7. Okay, and the flavor is flavor 2210. Okay, if you want a description of this server, then you can use OpenStack. Okay, server show and the name of the server. It will show you all the description. Okay, so we will see whatever the resource we have used for the OpenStack to creating this server, it will show you everything. So here you can check it out. Availability zone is Nova. Okay, host that we are using all-in-one. Okay, that is our VM name. If you remember, hypervisor name, that is all-in-one. Okay, and then instance ID is this. The power status is in running state. Okay, and then your VM status in active state when it launched, the time, and IPv4. Access IPv4 is not given, right? The public address of that IP address VM is 172.24.4.110. Okay, through this IP you can connect with the application. So mainly the motto of this cloud or any cloud is to launch application. The application we just launch in this. The application might be a storage, maybe some telco nodes, maybe IT application. Okay, and this is the flavor which we used here, and you can check the ID as well, host ID of this flavor. Images, the image which I have used is CentOS 7, and key name is CentOS, the key name is test-key. Name of the server is Ashish_server on. Okay, and then project ID, from which project it is created. So you can check the project ID as well, that is the infra. If you check OpenStack project list, you will see the ID of the infra is the same which we have seen here, right? And security root, what we have used is Ashish_sec_group. Status is active. Okay, and there is no any volume attached over here. Okay, so the next thing what we will do is we'll attach a volume in it. We'll create a volume and attach to this server. So it will be another partition of the volume, you can see, right? So this is all about creating the server, right? And now you can create a volume. So how you can create a volume and attach to this server? We can use OpenStack. Okay, and then volume create, and I will use size like 5 GB, size 5, and name of the volume will be vol1. Okay, so it will create me a volume. Okay, host size is 5 GB, and we will attach this value with the server. So earlier the server, if you see, the volume attached is blank, right? And now we have created one value with this ID. And how we will attach this value with the that server, so that you can use this value for any other task. If you want in your application, you want no extra storage than you will get from here. Okay, now I will attach this value with the particular server. How we will do this? OpenStack. Okay, now server, and we're going to add a volume in this server, right? So volume, add volume, and name of the server will be Ashish underscore server 1. Okay, where you want to attach this value, and the volume name will be vol-1. Now it will attach this volume to that particular server. Okay, and after that, when you do OpenStack volume list, if you see OpenStack volume list, you will see this volume is attached to which server. It will show you. Okay, so it will show you, right, this ID. Okay, this ID is used, the status is in use. Okay, and the name of the volume is 1, size is 5, attached to Ashish underscore server 1 on which partition dev slash vdb. Okay, and you can also see, if you run this command OpenStack server show, in the last you will see this ID. Okay, with that particular server which is attached now with this value. Now see this volume attached. Okay, which we have created. So this is how you can create a volume. You can attach with any of the applications. Suppose you have given a volume like of 10 GB, and that application used almost that allocated volume, then you can create an extra volume attached to it. Okay, so this is very important, and in operation, basically in operational task, so that if any of the clients say, okay, my application completely get used all the storage, I need extra storage, then you can cut the value and you can give it to them. This is the process. Okay, now I will show you how you can connect with that server. Okay, we'll see verse concept. So if you do verse, okay, verse list, here we'll see the instance is here, and where the instance is in running state. If you want to connect with that application using verse, you can use virsh, that is verse. Okay, and then you will have to use the console ID, and the console ID is the instance name. Okay, and once you enter, it will start. Okay, it will start entering into the server. Now it says it is the network is given to that particular server, and the server is in bootable state. You can see we have already accessed this server, right? And now the some job is starting, is booting up the OS. You can see it, and after some time I will log in into the console and show you, right? So if you want to go back from this verse, right, so you will have to press control and then middle bracket, or the larger bracket, you can say control plus R bracket. You will come out from that verse console. Okay, let the application boot into the OS. Meanwhile, I will show you how you can create OpenStack alias. Okay, so you will have to do is vim, okay, base rc. I have already created alias of OpenStack. You can see here. For you, only 3 lines will appear on. Okay, so you will have to create in the same way. You can type here alias, then OS equal to single quote OpenStack, and save this. Okay, and you can use now OS instead of OpenStack, and you can write image list. Okay, and this will display image. So you can customize your Linux command with the help of this alias, right? Always remember, the alias will come into the effect when you open a new session. Okay, now we will try to use verse again, verse list, and we will try to connect the server. Okay, this server in running state, and hopefully the login page will be there. Okay, so how we'll connect it? By using verse console and the instance ID. Okay, enter. Once you enter, you will able to see the login page of the your application, right? So we are able to log in into the application which we have created using OpenStack. Now we will see the same instance which we created here in GUI, graphical user interface. So you will log in through the user Ashish, okay, and the password which we have created for this user. And remember, this user is not admin user, right? And this user is created under project infra. So if you see here, you will see the project name infra, okay, and what are the resources given to this particular user. You can check over here in the overview. You can check out the instances, vCPU, RAM, okay, and then number of snapshot that he can use, volume, and everything you can see here. Volume storage that is used 5 GB, okay, out of 1000, which we have created, okay, by cutting this value in the command line. You can check, and all other options you can check from here, okay. So this is totally different from the project admin. This user cannot see the resource of admin, but yes, this user can see whatever created in this project infra. Everything you can check, like what are the images that is created, key pair that what is created, okay, what images is created, and everything that you can check from here. Then you see the image sent to us, yes, and key pair you can check what is created inside it, and then the test key, okay. Then the server group is not created anything. The network you can check what network is been created here, what router is created in this network. Public network is also showing here. Why? Because we have given the role of admin to this user Ashish, okay. That's why this network you can see over here. And if you go, you can check routers, you can check security group, you can check whatever you have created, it will show you. You see the security group Ashish underscore sec underscore group, and default which already is created for any project. Default is already been created, okay. And floating IP, everything you can see whatever is created over here, okay. And how you can create instance using GUI will we see in day 3, that is the final day of OpenStack. Now we'll check the instance which we have created, okay. So click on the compute and then click on the instance. You will see the instance name. Check the server from here, name of the server, okay, the image name, IP address, and the flavor, key pair, status, okay, availability zone. Whatever you have given during creating the server, you can get from here. And power status in running state, you can off the server as well from here in the GUI. You can do a lot of things, like you can associate floating IP, you can attach interface, you can detach interface, you can attach volume, you can detach volume, you can do a lot of things over here, okay. Once you click on the server name, okay, the instance name, you will get a lot of options, right? Overview. You can check the name, you can check the ID, you can check the description, project ID, from which project it is created, and status, availability zone, time, and this flavor name, ID, RAM, CPU, disk, everything you can get it from here. Public IP, what it is assigned to this, and what security group which we have created, all you can see from here, okay. And then metadata, you can see the test key, and then image name, image ID, volume which we have attached, right? You can see here. And if you want to check other things, you can get all the information, okay, by clicking on the options. Like in interface, you will see public MAC, what is MAC address is allocated to this server. This is required during the troubleshooting, okay. When you work in operation, you will have to remember these options. If the MAC is not getting here, that means there is some issue in the switch. You will check from the switch side, okay, or the router side, status and all, okay. You can edit a security group as well. And logs, you can also see what logs it will create during booting the OS, what logs is being created, okay. Now you can see it will last, but what it will do, it will check all the information what during the booting steps, and it will show you the login page. Okay, and console, what is the console? From where you can access this VM directly. So you have two options. Either you can go to CLI and use watch list and watch console and the console ID, or you can use from GUI as well from here. Okay, just enter, you will get the login page. Okay, so this application I have launched. Okay, and you can use the login username and password and you're able to log in into the application. So this is how you can create application in OpenStack. In day 3, we will see how you can create instances using this GUI dashboard. And for that, I will show you how you can create instances, okay, using this GUI. So this is all about day 2, which we covered a lot of things, lot of valuable information. Okay, guys, if any of you want to discuss with me one-to-one regarding career guidance, resume review, LinkedIn profile review, or technical discussion, including cloud roadmap, system engineering, career path, and job related discussion, you can always use TopMet link and schedule a call with me. Link is given in the description box. Thanks for watching the video. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Linux with Ashish. Today is the third day of OpenStack operational series, and this is going to be the last day of OpenStack operational package. So guys, today what we are going to do is we are going to discuss all the operational component of OpenStack using GUI dashboard, in which we will create OpenStack components, and by using that OpenStack component we will create instance on top of it. Guys, I have designed this 3 days OpenStack operational series based on my own experience, so you are going to feel like you are working in a OpenStack operational environment, and once you join any cloud organization you will feel exactly the same. And believe me guys, this entire OpenStack series will help you in getting good job in any cloud organization. So watch this video till end. Let's start. Guys, today is the day 3, which is last day of OpenStack operational package. Today we are going to discuss all these entity, and we'll also create this OpenStack resources on our live GUI setup, that is Horizon dashboard. So first of all, we will create project, then we will create user, then we will create role, then we will create image, then we will create flavor, and then we will create network, then we will create subnet, then we will create security group, then we will create availability zone, then we will create key pairs, and after that we will at last deploy our instance, okay, using these resources. So we will create server, and you can say instance in OpenStack point of views. Guys, first of all, open your OpenStack Horizon dashboard, the one which we have installed during OpenStack installation, and you have to enter one of the browser and enter your VM IP that we have given for our OpenStack cloud, that is your Horizon dashboard IP address. And then once you enter, you will get this login page, and enter your user name, okay, that is admin, and password, okay, and this you will get in keystone underscore admin file, or for infra user you can get in infra rc, the file which we created in date. Okay, now login, I click on sign in button, and it will show you this page, right? And today we are going to create the resources using OpenStack dashboard, that is Horizon dashboard. Okay, so first of all, we'll have to create project. So go in entity, okay, click here in entity, and you will see these options: project, user, group, role, and application credentials. So first of all, click on project. Once you click on project, it will show you the project which has already been created during the system installation and the one which I have created in day 2, okay, that infra project. Okay, now we will create another project to show you so that you will be clear how to create and project using GUI. Okay, you will have to simply enter any name, the project name. Okay, so I will write cell. Okay, you will have to type cell. Okay, so this is for a cell team. Let's, you can take operation, or you have to create operation for operation team, or for any project you can create, okay, as per the requirement which came to you. Okay, and then you'll have to click on create project. This is very simple. Your project will be created. Okay, you can see the cell project is created. Click on this project. Okay, now if you want to check user, there is no any user because we have not created any user for this project, and there's no any group for this project. Okay, and there is another option here in this, in the right corner. You can modify your group, project, whatever. So if you want to modify or edit your project, you can simply click on edit. And if you want to give some description, okay, so you can write like, this project is created for team sale. Okay, and if you want to check project add members, so these are the member. If you want to add, you can add from here. Okay, so if you want to add admin, it will be add as an admin. And if you want like to create a permission for this, so you can create as an admin. Okay, member and admin. So this user added to the project, and the permission will be given as member. Project group, if you want, you can create it. Like if you have like number of users for the same organization to use it, you can create a group for that particular like set of users. Okay, and then we will save it. Once you save, your project detail will show here. Now you can check the description. The cell, this cell project is created for the team cell. Okay, now if you want to create one user, separate user, okay, then you can also create one user from here. In the right side you can see the option. Click on that plus sign, create user, and domain will be default, and the name also will be default. Now you will have to enter the username of that project. So I will write simply cell. I want to create a cell user for project cell, and you can enter one password. Okay, so I will enter one password, anything you can take it. Okay, and then you can confirm the password. Okay, then project, primary project, you can assign the project. Okay, so I want to assign for cell. Okay, you can assign for another as well. Okay, and role, I want to give it as a member. And suppose if you want to create a user and you want to give it a less privilege, okay, so you can also control your role access control r back from here. You can give it as a member, you can give it as a reader, so it will read only, you cannot modify anything. But if you give it as a admin, then this user can get equivalent permission as a admin. Okay, and now click on create. So a user will be created and assigned with this project. Okay, okay, the browser is saying if you want to save it, you can save. So let's save for using from that particular user. Okay, want to open your dashboard for cell project from that user, you can do it. So that is completed for now. We have created one user, we have created one project. Okay, And if you want to create any role, a specific role, okay, then you can create from here. Click on the plus button, and if you want to create any role like read only, if I say, and if you submit, a role will be created as a read only, okay, and you can edit it if you want, or you can delete it from here. So this is how you can create a project, you can create a user, and you can create a role. Now I will check the user which I have created is able to log in or not. So first of all, what I will do, I will sign out from here and try that user as cell and password what you have entered. Just enter here and click on sign in. If you find any issue in sign in, that means you have done some mistake and you'll have to recorrect it. Okay. Now we have successfully signed in using this, okay, user cell, and the project is cell. Okay. So this user can create like instances, 10 instance he can create. He can use vCPUs, he can use RAM, he can use volumes as well, network as well. So you can create all these things using this, okay, user. So if you want to create your OpenStack component via cell user under cell project, you can create all these things. Like you can launch instances, you can create a new image, you can create your own key pairs, you can create volumes, you can create network, you can create, like if you want to do automation, you can do orchestration from here. Okay, admin, what are the like volume, compute, networks, everything, identity, whatever you want to create a new project, you can also create from here. Here we will stick with this project cell and we will create instances. For that I have to create each and everything now. Like it's the dummy project, nothing is there. Okay, so this is very important where you can get it, like how we can start from scratch. First of all, we will start with creating images. Guys, remember one thing, whatever resources created by user admin or the user equivalent to admin, which will also show here. Why? Because we have associated cell user with admin privilege. Okay, that's why these resources you can see here. Okay, so what we are going to do is you can use any of the image which is already been created, but here we are going to create a new image so that you will get an idea how you can create a new image and you can launch that particular image. So first of all, you will have to download one OpenStack based image. So I have opened a URL where these RPMs, you can say the images is already listed. You can download any of the image. I have already downloaded this image. Okay, you can just go to this link, okay, and click on any of the image if you want, right? And we will use the same image over here. So it is in the download folder. Okay, so what I will do is I will use this image. Okay, I will also share this image URL in my description. Okay, so let's go back to your dashboard and create one image. Click on create image. Write the name of that image. So you can use any name like cell, okay, underscore image. Description, if you want, you can write image for cell team. Okay, click on browse, and then this is the image which we have downloaded already. Okay, and format will be is OpenStack, so the format will be QCOW2. The image format already you can see in the download, it's QCOW2. Select that. Okay, and no need to check like change anything, or if you want you can make it share or you can make it public as well, so it will be available for everyone. Okay, protected nodes. Okay, fine. We can click on create. Okay, now your glance will come into the picture and load this image into your CentOS repository. Okay, so this CentOS image is loaded into the OpenStack repositories. Okay, now you can check this image. Okay, and you can use this image while launching, right? A instance. Now this image is created. Now we'll create, if you want, you can create one key pair. So you can create one key pair over here. Name of the key pair, you can do cell, you can write cell. Name of the key pair and type will be SSH, because we are going to do SSH while creating your server with this key. Okay, so this key pair is created and then PAM is downloaded to your desktop. Okay, so we have one key pair, we have one image. You can create server group if you want, but it is not required for now. Now we'll create a network. Okay, I will show you how you can create a network, or you can use your public one. Okay, or you can use any network if you want. So let me create one network. I will say cell underscore net. That will be a cell network, and we'll create a subnet for that as well. Okay, and will be net, it will be cell underscore sub for the subnet name, and address you can mention over here 192.168. You can mention any subnet range, or you can mention whatever given to you during your client discussion, or you have the information as per the LLD. Okay, now we'll write 6260 slash anything slash 24 slash 26 or 28, whatever the requirement came. Okay, and you can check the version as well. You can create for IPv4, IPv6, whatever. Okay, this is the IPv4, so I have just taken the version as IPv4. If you want to create one gateway, you can also create one gateway, specific gateway for this 26.1. Okay, and then click on next. It will ask for enable DSCP. If you want, you can enable it, or you can disable it to create as a simple network. Okay, we have enabled the DSCP as well. So you can check the status of this network and the subnet name, range, shared no, external no, active up. Okay, now you can use this network. Router, if you want, you can create one router. For creating router, you will have to name the router as internal or external, whatever. And for which you have created, like cell, so you can write cell and create the router. It will create one router and in op state. Now you can also create one security group, or you can use default one. If you want, you can create one security group as cell underscore SG, that is security group. SG for cell team, you can write in description. It is not mandatory, but if you want, you can write and create your security group. Okay, your security group is created. Okay, if you want to add any rule for it, that this two rules is already created for it for ingress. Okay, if you want to create like a specific requirement came, like I want to enable the traffic for port 22, then you can say like SSH or anything. You can write over there and the port, mention the port and range if is there, if for any specific IP you want to. Okay, you want to pass this traffic via this port, you can enter the specific IP as well. This is allowed for all the IP, and add, click on the add button. You can see the rule is created. If you want to create another rule, like I want for HTTPS or for port 443, and you can create like this. If you want to create another rule, like for egress, you want for customization TCP rule for like any protocol, like any port, like for DNS you can write 53, and you want to edit, you can add ingress, egress, whatever. So You have entered all these rules, okay? And now you can also create a floating IP so that your VM will go outside using this floating IP. If you want to communicate outside world, you will have to use one floating IP. So you can allocate floating IP to your project as well. So if you want to allocate IP from public, you just click where you want to allocate from where. So this should floating IP always allocated from the external network. So external network is public over here. So you can allocate one IP and it will give you one floating IP, right? If status is down, so you can use this IP in case if you want to uh, associate with any of your application or any of the server, right? Now we will create a flavor, okay? A flavor we can create from the admin section. Click on the admin, okay? And then click on compute, then go to flavor, okay? And these are the flavor which have already been created. If you want to create a new flavor, you can create, otherwise you can use any of the flavor. So we'll create one flavor, okay, from GUI so that you will get an idea how to create a flavor. So write the name of the flavor cell, and then we will take 2 core, okay, 2 GB of RAM and 20 disk size, okay. Then it will ask you for CPU. Well, right here 2 core, and it will be in MB, so 2 MB will be 2048. Because 1024 is MB will be 1 GB, and if you want 2 GB, then you'll have to multiply by 2. You can add a disk size from here. So disk, what I want, like 20 GB of disk I want for this flavor, okay. So vCPU will be 2, RAM will be 2048, that is 2 GB, and 20 disk. And if thermal disk I don't want, I want only the root disk. Swap disk I don't want, and RSTS factor you can make it 2, and create one flavor from here. Create, click on create, and the flavor will create here. You can check your flavor, okay. vCPU 2, RAM 2, disk 20, and these external disks I have not used anything, okay. And your ID is created by automatically, publicly it is shared, yes, and that is all good, I guess, okay. And one more thing I want to show you, which is very important. If you go to hypervisor, okay, and if you want to click on instances, you will get the instance information, how many VMs are created, okay, and what other things like flavor, your images, IP address, everything you can get from here. So one image, one server is created, one instance is created with name server 2. And if you want to check like how many resources are there in your host is your laptop here, okay, so you can check from here. Like the host name is all-in-one, chemo the hypervisor which it is using, and vCPU used is 1. Total vCPU I have for this laptop is 4, and RAM, that is 1 GB, total RAM 7.6 GB, local storage what I have used for this locally, that is 1 GB, and local storage, that is total I have, that is 45 GB. So whatever we have used it will show here. So 1 GB I have used out of 45, and I have created one instance. So once you created another instance, it will calculate whatever the CPU, RAM, disk you have given to that instance, and it will give you the details that how many vCPUs are available for now to launch the instance. This will basically give you an idea, right? Like what are the resources left and how much you have used it, okay. Okay, now we'll create instance. So where you can create instance, okay, if you want to create in project, you just go in compute, click on instances. Okay, you can either create from the project, you can create from the admin, but here if you create from instance, you will see only that instance only for the project cell. Okay, I will launch one instance from here. So for launching the instance, which is important, let me show you again. You will have to first go to the compute in the project and click on instance. Once you click instance, this page will open, and click on launch instance. Okay, now you will have to enter these information. So I want a server for cell team, server 1, you can say. Description for only sales team. Okay, Nova, the availability zone I'm going to use. Okay, and it is asking how many servers you want. So here you can mention, like, if you want 10, you can write 10. It will utilize all the resource. If you want 2, it will use 20% of resources. So if you want to launch 5 servers, 2 servers, 10 servers, depends on your, okay, your requirement. So whatever the requirement came from the client, you can give it, like 10. I want to create 10 server with the same flavor, like 2 GB RAM, 2 core of CPU, and 20 GB of disk. Then you can use here, like, count as a 3, 4, 5, whatever the requirement is. But if the requirement came like with the different resource, like CPU, like 5 GB of RAM, 10 core of CPU, like 100 GB of disk, then you have to create a separate instance. Or if a collection of, or the combination of request came, like you want 10 server with the same flavor, with the same resource, then you can create one flavor and give it here. Okay, then it will create 10 different instances with the same flavor. So here I am going to create only one server. Okay, so I will make it one. Then I will go to source, where you can mention your image, which image you want. So I have created one cell image. I will click here, okay, to load it. If you click here, it will go up. So it will allocate it to this particular VM, okay, server. And I don't want any instance for now, so I will make it no. Okay, single this image, I want to use it. And flavor, if you go and click on this one, okay, it will allocate it for this server. So this flavor which is allocated is cell 2 to 20. And you can also use any of the flavor, but for a specific project we have created this flavor as per the requirement, you can say, or the requirement which came for you to create a flavor, you can create that flavor and put it here. Okay, now we will give network to it. So network, the public one is available here. We will give the public network to it, so that we can attach the floating API font if we want in future, right? Then port, network port is not required. Security group, we have created cell, so you can go and give it the cell SG. Then key pair, what we have created is cell, right? Cell is already given because there is only one key pair, so it is already allocated. Okay, key pair you can see from here. So this arrow will remove this, and this up arrow will allocate this. Configuration is not required. This is basically required if you want some customization in the OS, like if you want to create your own password, so you can give the password in the format, okay, in the available format, in the correct format, only then it will take. Okay, server group is not required. The scheduler hint, like you want to schedule in some time or what, or you can use metadata as well. So these information not required. So finally you will have to click on the launch. Okay, and remember, these are the mandatory details, still network only. Details, source, flavor, and network, these are the mandatory details. You will have to fill it out, and then you will have to launch the instance. Once you launch the instance, your instance will start creating under the project cell, okay, with your instance name, with your image name, and it will get IP address from the public one, okay. So this is the IP address which it get from the public interface or the network. 172.24.4.59 flavor cell, key pair cell, status you can see active. If this status become like in error state or the failed state, that means there is something you have to check it, okay, or troubleshoot it. Why this instance got failed, okay. And availability zone is Nova, which we picked up, and this power status is in running state. So this is all about how you can create instance, okay. So whatever request came from your administrator or from your client, you can create, okay. Instance, like they want 100 instance to create in the project, you can create it, but make sure the resource is available, okay. So for that I already told you, like you go to the compute and in the hypervisor you will get all the resources which is available, okay. So if you want to check, okay, all the logs and everything for this particular instance, then click on this instance first, like sales underscore server, and you will get all the information, like overview, like name of the server, ID of this particular server, project ID. So the project ID, you remember we have created one cell, okay, cell project, and the under this cell project the ID is given, okay. And this is, you can say, the is the ID of project cell, okay. And status is active. Availability zone which we are going is Nova, okay. 3 minutes before we have created this, the under time when we have created this instance, and the host all in one, okay. The host name which is the VM, because we are this server laptop or the VM is for me, is a compute for me, okay. And then a flavor name, the flavor which we are using is this one, the ID of that flavor, and then the resource like 2 GB RAM, 2 core vCPU, 20 disk, which we have created a new resource. That's why, so see why I have created these resources, because you will be familiar like how you can create this resource in a blank OpenStack project, okay. So if anyone asks you to create a project, you create a user and you create all the resources, and then using those resources, you can create an instance. Then IP address, you can use this one, that the public one which we have used, security group which we created, it is using now, okay. Key name and all these information, okay. And if you want to check the interface, like which interface this instance is using, so you can click over here in the interface section and you will get it, okay. Okay, the status you can check, IP, what IP is assigned for this particular application, you can check. You can also check logs, you can check console where you can log in into the server, and this is the action log when it is created and all. So this is how you can create your OpenStack instances using OpenStack infrastructure. Okay guys, we have completed OpenStack operational package, and hope you all learn a lot of stuff today and you enjoy today's video. So in day 1, day 2 and day 3, we have covered a lot of informative information which will help you to get a job in a cloud. And guys, I'm 100% sure if you watch day 1, day 2 and day 3, all 3 days video of OpenStack operational package, you will definitely get a job anywhere in OpenStack cloud, okay. And let me show you one more thing before binding this session or ending this session. Let me show you from where you can see the project from CLI, what we have created in GUI. Okay, just source here, source keystone underscore admin, okay, and then OpenStack project list. You will able to get the project, okay, all the project which we have created. So the cell which we have created through GUI, okay, and in day 2 the project which we have created through CLI. And if you want to check the user as well, you can OS user list. So it will show you OpenStack users. So you can see Ashish user created day 2 and cell which we have created in day 3 through GUI. Okay. And if you want to check your server, then OpenStack server list. Okay. And one more thing, this is not created by admin, so you can enter --- all. It will show you all the servers. Okay. In the status of the servers as well. So this server you can check this server, right? The same server which we have created via GUI from our Horizon dashboard. The active state and the IP is given as this. Okay. And if you want to check your image, so you can check here as well. Guys, my main motto to show you the CLI and this command so that you can correlate with your GUI. Okay. So this CLI and GUI is completely similar. There is no any difference. Don't make any confusion in your mind. So whatever you create either on CLI, it will directly go to the GUI one. If you create anything on GUI, will come on CLI, because everything is, first of all, your OS will load to CLI. Okay, so it's linked with your GUI with the database, that is MariaDB, which is used here. Okay, so everything will be stored in the database and it will sync as a regular basis. And this is the real best synchronization of your identity service. Here we have completed our day 3, and with that we have completed our OpenStack operational package as well. So guys, if you feel that this video is useful for you, then please do like, share and subscribe with your friends, colleague, and if you are doing engineering, you share with your friends so that they will get a job. If you are doing job anywhere, you share in order to help other person. Okay, so that he will able to join cloud organization and will be helpful for them as well. Thanks to be with me during entire OpenStack series. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Thanks for watching the video.